Well, ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls too, there's a lot going on in Brecon today. It's market day. I'm very interested in the market, but today I'm more interested in these here actors and actresses.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, boys and girls. It is market day, but these actors and actresses are far more interesting.
Look at them all. They're like a flock of chickens all clucking and squawking in the farmyards.
Clucking and squawking?
I've never seen so many feathers on an animal that wasn't a bird. The fine ladies are twittering and the men are strutting about like cockerels.
Twittering and strutting?
They're outside the theatre waiting for a journalist.
Journalist?
That's one of those newspaper men that writes in the newspaper. I can't read and write.
I cannot read and write.
I cannot read and write. Don't need to. Don't see the point. I trust what I see with my eyes and what I hear with my ears. And what I'm hearing and seeing now is giving me some fine entertainment. Sitting here gives me a perfect sight of the ladies' ankles. Pretty ankles and stockings.
Thank you.
I live in the English Marches. The Welsh border is spitting distance away.
Spitting?
I am what you would call a journalist.
A journalist?
I write for my local newspaper, the Worcester Gazette. I collect facts from the local livestock markets and the quarter sessions, take obituaries of people of note, and gather political news, both locally and nationally. All in all, an interesting and varied occupation. I write poems too.
A poet?
But I digress. I get to travel, albeit on a heavy-footed old nag, across the towns of Worcestershire and sometimes venturing into Wales. I'm in Wales for the next few days in Brecon. I am, to use an agricultural metaphor, a new breed, a local newspaper man.
An agricultural what?
A new breed.
I am a gentleman of discernment and culture. You might say I'm a gentleman about town, nor in my case lots of towns. But as much as I enjoy reporting on local events, nothing diverts me more than the theatrical entertainments.
Theatrical entertainments?
I have been to London once. I went to Drury Lane Theatre, the London Opera House and the Lincoln's Inn Fields Theatre. And what I saw there inspired me. In those palaces of dreams, my soul was set on fire. Anyway, I'm in Brecon to report on the theatrical entertainments of Mr. Charles Crisp, renowned actor and manager of Charles Crisp's Theatre Company. Here he is now, Mr. Charles Crisp.
Mr. Havelock Smethers of the illustrious Worcester Gazette. I'm so pleased to see you again. May I introduce my niece, Miss Cecilia Crisp, leading actress with Crisp's Theatre Company? And Miss Shooter and Miss Shooter, actresses, dancers, and renowned singers of my company.
Both excelling in comedic and tragic roles.
Both excelling in songs, ditties, and poetic readings.
With nimble feet and limbs of extraordinary talent, moving to the rhythms of various musical instruments.
Indeed. Miss Shooter and Miss Shooter, ladies, Mr. Smethers wishes to interview my niece, Miss Cecilia Crisp. Now, Mr. Smethers.
John Richer!
Aha, Mr. John Richer. What an honour, sir. Your fame rides before you.
I know. I will perform tonight and for the next 7 nights here in Brecon.
Such athleticism, such grace.
I know.
Mr. Richer's skill on the tightrope knows no equal.
I know. I will perform a scene from William Tell, or The Deliverer of His Country. First performed by myself at the Crow Street Theatre in Dublin.
Most interesting.
Pursued by monstrous numbers of Austrian soldiers, I will traverse a ravine in the Austrian mountains. My rope will stretch from one towering cliff top to another towering cliff top.
Oh, good Lord, look who enters now. Here comes the army, all la-di-da officers in their scarlet suits. One of them fancies himself to be an actor. Spurs on their heels, but no horses.
Here comes the army.
Good sir, I am sure you wish to report that Colonel Havisham Biggs Bunting is not only a soldier on the field of battle, but also an actor of presence, sensibility and power. Much admired by his friends and the people of Brecon, he is Henry V of England. Huzzah, huzzah, huzzah! Colonel Havisham Biggs Bunting has prepared a speech for your delectation with reverent support from myself, Lady Crackling Hot Pie.
Huzzah! From this day to the end of the world, but we in it shall be remembered. We few, we happy few, we band of brothers.
Or sisters.
For he who sheds his blood with me today shall be my brother.
Or sister.
When the blast of war blows in our ears, then imitate the tiger. I see you stand like greyhounds in the slips, straining upon the start. The game is afoot.
But King Henry V, why do you wear a leek on your lapel?
I wear the leek for a memorable honour. For I am Welsh, don't you know, born in Monmouth, good countryman.
All the water in the Wye could not wash your Majesty's Welsh blood out of your body. God bless it and preserve it.
Once more unto the breach, dear friends, once more. The game is afoot. Cry God for Harry, for England, and St. George